Tottenham's Europa League squad has now been confirmed. Jose Mourinho has apologised to England manager Gareth Southgate. Spurs defender Ben Davies speaks very highly of Tottenham target Joe Rodon. And Tottenham have now offered Cameron Carter-Vickers to Swansea City to try and get the Rodon deal done. New signing Sergio Reguilón went off injured playing for Spain last night. And Tottenham Hotspur are now 16-1 to win the Premier League. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Today is Thursday, the 8th of October. I'm going to go through all of the Tottenham news, all of the rumours and all of the reports from the last 24 hours. Let's start with talking about Tottenham's Europa League squad for this season. A report out today from the Daily Express, and they are stating that Tottenham boss Jose Mourinho snubs 2 stars as Spurs' Europa League squad has been confirmed. Tottenham have submitted their squad for the Europa League. Gedson Fernandes and Paulo Gazzaniga have been left out of the Tottenham squad for this season's Europa League. Tottenham booked their place in the competition last week with a 7-2 win over Maccabi Haifa, and they were drawn to face Austrian side Lask, Royal Antwerp of Belgium and Bulgaria's Ludogorets in the group stages. Alongside Arsenal, Spurs are among the favourites to win the tournament, which Jose Mourinho won with Manchester United in 2017. After a transfer window which saw 6 new players arrive, Spurs are over the required number of non-homegrown players allowed by UEFA. As a result, Jose Mourinho has opted to leave out midfielder Fernandes and goalkeeper Gazzaniga. Lots of media outlets have been reporting on Jose Mourinho's submitted squad for the Europa League this season. Another report out from Sky Sports. They then talk about Gazzaniga and Fernandes also being left out, and they've also mentioned Danny Rose. I don't think that's any surprise there. They then go on to say the players will not be able to participate in the group stages this season, but could still feature in the knockout stages because the list is allowed to be updated after the January transfer window. Sky Sports then go on to say that new signings Gareth Bale, Carlos Vinicius, Sergio Reguilón, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Matt Doherty and Joe Hart have been named. Mauricio Pochettino's son, Mauricio Pochettino, is eligible on the homegrown B list. If you're asking what is the B list, Sky Sports describe it here. A player may be registered on the B list if he is born on or after the 1st of January 1998 and has been eligible to play for the club concerned for any uninterrupted period of 2 years since his 15th birthday. Players aged 16 may be submitted if they have been registered with the club for the previous 2 years. Clubs are entitled to register an unlimited number of players on the B list during the season, but the list must be submitted no later than midnight the day before a match. So just to confirm, this is Tottenham's squad for the Europa League group stage games. Goalkeepers Lloris and Hart, defenders Doherty, Reguilón, Alderweireld, Sanchez, Dyer, Serge Aurier, Ben Davies and Cameron Carter-Vickers. Midfielders Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Heung-min Son, Harry Winks, Gareth Bale, Eric Lamela, Sissoko, Bergwijn, Mora, Ndombele and Jack Clark. And forwards Harry Kane and Carlos Vinicius. Tottenham Hotspur Football Club announced earlier this morning that fans can now bid for signed match-worn shirts from our Carabao Cup victory against Chelsea in our online auction in aid of the Justin Edinburgh Foundation. The auction will help raise vital funds for the JE3 Foundation. We initially announced our intention to auction our shirts when we drew Leyton Orient in the 3rd round of the competition. That tie didn't go ahead, but we remain committed to raising funds for this worthy cause set up in memory of our legendary former defender and Leyton Orient manager. On transfer deadline day, it was widely reported that Tottenham Hotspur Football Club are really interested in signing Joe Rodon, the centre-back from Swansea City, also a Welsh international. Well, his Wales international teammate Ben Davies, of course left-back at Tottenham, has been talking very highly of Rodon. He said he's a very good player. Ever since he came into the camp, he's shown how strong he is, how able he is to compete at the top level. Ben Davies then went on to say in some of the games against Croatia, for example, they've got some of the very best attacking players in the world and it looked quite easy for him. He came in and it looked like he'd been there for a long, long time. A report out earlier today from Wales Online, and they are stating that Tottenham offer Premier League defender to Swansea City to sweeten Joe Rodon deal. Reports of Wales international Rodon moving to Spurs have gathered pace in recent days. Tottenham Hotspur could now include defender Cameron Carter-Vickers as part of the bid to sign Swansea City star Joe Rodon, according to reports. Spurs have been linked with a move for Welsh international Rodon, who the Swans value somewhere of around £18 million. It has been suggested, though, that Tottenham are way off in their valuation of the player, meaning negotiations still have some way to go if a deal is to be struck. A report has also been published by the Sun newspaper today on the same subject, and they are stating that Spurs are now willing to offer Cameron Carter-Vickers as a make-weight to bring in the 22-year-old centre-back to North London. The United States international has previously had a successful loan spell with Swansea, and it is thought that Swans boss Steve Cooper considers centre-back an area in which he needs to strengthen. Former Tottenham goalkeeper Paul Robinson has been talking about new signing Carlos Vinicius, and he believes that Spurs have a super signing here. He said, "I think it's a great signing, I really do. They've exploited Benfica's exit from the Champions League and exploited Benfica's need for cash because of it." Robinson then goes on to say they've bought a top-class player, over 20 goals last season, and he is still only young. With Spurs competing on so many fronts this season, you can't really sell it as a backup to Harry Kane anymore. I was there in the stadium for the Maccabi Haifa game. They had Chelsea in the Carabao Cup and then Manchester United at Old Trafford at the weekend. He's going to get a chance. He's going to play at least 15 games this season. I think he's an outstanding signing. I think Spurs have had a really good window and there's real optimism and good press around Tottenham for the first time in a while. I'm really optimistic as to what they can achieve this season. Reports out today by lots of media outlets on the injury to Sergio Reguilón that happened yesterday in Spain's 0-0 draw against Portugal. A report out today from the Daily Express, and they are stating that Tottenham star Sergio Reguilón injured on international duty with worrying update. Sergio Reguilón was in action for Spain on Wednesday night in their Nations League game against Portugal. Tottenham boss Jose Mourinho already has an injury headache to deal with from the international break after Sergio Reguilón hobbling off the pitch in Spain's 0-0 draw with Portugal on Wednesday. Now, Spain manager after the game, Luis Enrique, said the following: "It is a blow that the doctors have to see. I hope it doesn't get complicated." A report out today from the Metro newspaper, and they are stating that England manager Gareth Southgate has confirmed he has received an apology from Tottenham boss Jose Mourinho after the pair exchanged barbs over the management of Harry Kane's workload. With England facing 3 matches in the space of 7 days, Jose Mourinho had urged Gareth Southgate to take a cautious approach with the 27-year-old, but the Three Lions boss reminded his counterpart that the handling of Harry Kane's workload was a two-way street. Jose Mourinho told Gareth Southgate, who he referred to as Gary, that Harry Kane would play no part in a single minute of a friendly match this season ahead of last Sunday's win over Manchester United. Responding ahead of Thursday's match against Wales, Gareth Southgate said, "I have to say he messaged me anyway to apologise." Gareth Southgate said, "I knew because he has called me Gary before in a news conference. I had no problem with that at all. I said that there is only one Gareth, Gareth Bale. He needs to get right and he will score all the goals for him this year." In terms of the players, we have to look after all of the players. I have been a player and I didn't like it when managers took the risk with me, but they never did. Lastly, Gareth Southgate said, "We don't want players missing any football. I am not prepared to risk players' welfare." Lastly, in the last week or so, there has been so much talk about Tottenham winning the Premier League. Former Tottenham manager Harry Redknapp believes that Tottenham can do it this season. Even David Ginola, the Spurs legend, says that Tottenham have a real chance this season. Well, with William Hill, they are now offering 16-1 for Tottenham Hotspur to win the Premier League at the end of the 2020-2021 season. Now, please do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you believe that Tottenham have enough this season to win it? Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do put all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below on everything that I've spoken about in today's video. If you don't subscribe to this channel already, please do hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more Tottenham news. Stay safe and well, and come on you Spurs.